Hello and welcome here then to the Craftsman Cup Series qualifying here at Talladega Super Speedway. Looking forward to this race. Has provided some fantastic racing in the past, some photo finishing as well, and we're getting ready then for another 10 minutes worth of qualifying for your entertainment here on a Tuesday night coming to you right now. So first of all, we've got Ali Rain, the winner from last week. So how appropriate that she won her first ever CCS race, and she's going to come out first onto this 2.66 mile track. Of course, this is the last time now that these drivers then will either qualify their way in, or will qualify on the pole, or win their way into the All-Star race. This is the last chance for some of these drivers, and you can see in the background there too is Seth Cole in the 41, and behind him there is Branch Disco back again with the Jim Beam Chevrolet. Those three that I've just noted there, their drivers are in the All-Star race, but oh, we could just see more drivers then heading out onto the track. There is Seth Cole driving the Fujifilm Dodge today and tomorrow. And talk about a real fall in form for Seth Cole. There, he's one of them right here. Started off the season really well. About 3 races ago, he was sitting in 11th place. He's fallen all the way down to like 35th. And that's because of 3 bad finishes as of late here last week. 30th at Minnesota. Then at Talladega, he finished 39th. Charlotte, he finished in 41st place. So yeah, and also 29th for Chicagoland. So he's had 4 bad races, Seth Cole. Hopefully, this race will turn him around. The last time he raced on the Super Speedway was back in the season opener. And I'm just going to look through back at my sheets to see where he finished in. He finished... where did he finish? Oh, he finished 26th. So, yeah, no hope then for Seth, unfortunately. More cars then heading out onto the track. Chris Summers, followed behind by Osterplan, and there's Michael Norman just ahead. Brent Wintergreen still in the pits. And there's Banter Disco. Like I says, he is locked into the All-Star race because he won it last year, and he also took a victory this season and all, so that's why he's in it. Right behind him then is the 8 of Anthony McCrory, Danny Wells back in his regular paint scheme, as well as Trent Dunham too, as we're looking at Jessica Shelton, who finished a season-high finish of 3rd place a week ago, trying to get by Joshua Collard. So her time's going to be a little bit off because she didn't take the racing line, having to get by the slower car of Joshua Collard. Diego Ospina, Cody Lammers and Charles Sanford. Cody Lammers then, I think he's fallen outside the top 10 in points. And let me just have a look if I can bring my score sheet up at the points then coming into this race. Yeah, Cody Lammers, the first time this season that Cody has fallen out of the top 10. So he's went, what, 11 weeks in, being in the top 10 in the drivers' points. He's now down to 13th place now. And behind him, right behind him, is Charles Sanford, who knows how to race around the Super Speedway. He won the Daytona 500 1 season ago when we were racing the 2000 car set. Man, I do miss racing with the 2000 car set. I really, really do. There's James Qualls just ahead with the Star Wars one. That's the exact car that Jeff Gordon raced in the real 2005 race at Talladega. That car was an absolute rocket ship. And there's some gravel. I've just seen a bit of gravel being kicked up. And hopefully that's not Dylan Pulte having some issues, probably just coming out of the pits, but he is going quite slow. Pulte might have a problem here. We might keep up on this actually. Pulte then still on the grass, touring his way into the pits. Just seeing how many seconds we've got on the clock. We're just about halfway through the qualifying. Now he just goes back onto the track and then falls down. There's Trent Dunham and Danny Wells, followed by Alex Rowe and another car right behind. Couldn't see who that is. So Dylan Pulte then heads into the pits. Now, will his car disappear? We will find out in about a few seconds' time. In he comes in. Or he just probably might have to get it changed. I don't know. We'll see. But we're keeping our eyes out then on Dylan Pulte. It's not a big issue if his car disappears. No, it looks like it's not. Must have been a flat tyre then. Must have been a flat tyre for Pulte. Anyway, there is Stephen Hodgson driving the 6 car. And he's also been climbing up the points. Just outside the top 10 is the Roush Racing driver in 11th place. Realistically, if you want to get the pole time, you've got to be in a group. Like these drivers right behind, they've got them sorted out there. You can see Jamie Smith in the 4, who was mightily impressive in the Daytona 500 race back in the season opener. He had such a fast car, but only just missing out though to Nick Gunther, who we haven't seen yet. Brandon Ross in 21, Matt McLean. Then there's Carson Gum and Dylan Young and Matt McIntyre. A few drivers then not in the All-Star race. I think Hudson's in it, and Carson Gum is in it, and as well as Matt McLean. So I think one of these drivers then are going to have the fastest time. Possibly. Might be wrong. There's Levi McIntyre, followed behind now the championship leader, Wes McCall, whose massive points lead was completely fractured after wrecking early on in the Minnesota race. The gap now down to 63 points now that he has over RJ Bishop, who is just ahead of him. I believe he is. RJ in that there? No, he's not. My apologies. I thought RJ was in there. And there is Jesse Turner. Jamie Smith then and Brandon Ross coming into the pits. And there is Jesse Turner up to 5th place in the championship. More cars then in the pits. There's a close look at Danny Wells, as well as Ali Rain and Daniel Voiles. And I don't know who's that. That's right up ahead. Also Austin LaPlante also in the pit lane. There's a group of cars right here. Any more drivers then we are still seeing? There is Joshua Collard still with Jessica Shelton, and then there's Tedesco and Anthony McCrory. McCrory not doing too well so far this season. 33rd in the driver standings for the 8 team. Not doing too well. There's his teammate Trent Dunham, and Dunham sits 18th in the standings. No sign of Carson Gum just yet. I haven't seen him yet. But we've got some more racing here with Sam Oskin, followed by Alex Rowe, who is a long way down in the points. 645 points away from the championship leader, but he's also nearly 100 points behind Matt McLean coming into this race. And Noah Cars, who's crept into the top 10, 9th place then for him, as well as Charlie Buxton, who's fighting for, and Alex Rowe, both battling for Rookie of the Season. Someone else is going into the pit lane, and that's Kyle Matthews driving the pink car. There's the defending Daytona 500 champion, Nick Gunther. Qualifying really, it's the same as Daytona. It doesn't matter where you're going to finish. It doesn't matter where you're going to start anyways. Because we saw, like, in last season's Talladega race, when Cody Lamas finished, or qualified, on the back row of the grid, and he ended up winning. So it doesn't matter. It's not really a concern for any drivers here in this qualifying session here. So less than 90 seconds to go. More drivers then at the back here. There you can see Brent Wintergreen with RJ Bishop, who's 2nd in the championship. Sky Commons, he's in the All-Star race, as well as RJ. But the 2 rookies on the bottom there, the 07 and the 15, are not. So it'd be quite nice to see one of them get into victory lane. What am I on about? Or maybe taking the pole. But I reckon I think these drivers, one of these lot will be taking the pole. I think they will be. And I'm not going to go to them because I think that's 2 races in 2 qualifying in a row. I've picked up the driver that was on the pole position. No sign of Colin Jones though. Oh, there he is. There he is there in the pits. Where is he? 19th place then for Colin Jones. Yeah, if anyone remember last week's qualifying, he provisionally had the fastest time, but he was involved in an accident in qualifying, which means he had to race into a backup car. He's driving a special kind of livery. There is the Aaron with the Aaron's Dream Machine, I think it's called, with the clouds on the bottom. Still got that purple on the roof of the car and all that, but it is, like I said, a very special livery for that team. I don't know why he's going out on the track, because you can see there's 6 seconds left to go. But nice to see that car then. And he's going to come out there just ahead of, or just behind this pack of cars right here. So qualifying will have finished by now. Austin Plant then by himself, followed by Christian Martin and Danny Wells. And then you've got, there is Cody Lammers with James Qualls and Ali Rain. They've just finished their last laps in there. So too is Daniel Voiles and Seth Cole and Diego Ospina. And out goes Kyle Matthews for no reason whatsoever. And there's Jack Mitchell, who's flying high in the rookie standings and in the Drivers' Championship as well. Looks like he's slowing down to let some drivers go by. Maybe he's just turning his way into the pit lane as we're looking then at Chris Thomas. So we've got 0 seconds left on the clock. Oh, we need to stop it right there because it says time remaining at 0 seconds. So what I will quickly do is check to see if any cars have disappeared during the pits. So I won't be too long on that. Back again, we just looked back then at the pit lane camera angle to see if any cars had disappeared. We were just noticing as well regarding the 19 of Dylan Pulte that he was slow on the track. He changed tyres and that, but his car honestly did not disappear, so he is okay. So no other cars also disappeared, so we're all good to go. So every car is going to start where they are going to be. So then who is going to start on the pole for tomorrow's race at Talladega, where we're going to be racing 57 laps around it. Again, the laps have extended a couple by a couple of laps more. But anyway, who's going to start on the pole tomorrow? It will be the championship leader, Wes McCall, and he was already in the All-Star race. So that means that there is only one spot now that's up for grabs to be in the All-Star race, and it's going to be Wes McCall and Cody Lammers. That's going to be the front row. Jesse Turner, the history maker, as I like to keep calling him that now, he's going to be on the inside of row 2, and alongside him will be Levi McIntyre. Charles Sanford and Matt McIntyre will be row 3. Then Kyle Matthews and Diego Ospina on row 4. Jack Mitchell and Carson Gum. That completes the top 10. Dylan Young and Matt McLean. Dylan Young not in the All-Star race. Matt McLean is. Sky Commons is also in the All-Star race, but Bennett Wintergreen isn't. RJ Bishop is, and Carson Green isn't. Daniel Voiles and Brandon Ross both aren't, but they're going to be sharing row 9 together. Nick Gunther and Colin Jones, that's a second season driver and a rookie on that row. And then it is Michael Norman and Nathan Hudson sharing row 11. Sam Oskin and Zachary Fitzwater will be on row 12. Then it is the 48 of Chris Summers and Seth Cole, two veterans of the CCS, starting on the 13th row. Jamie Smith and James Qualls sharing row 14. On the 15th row will be Ali Rain and Liam Ervig. Ali Rain, the winner from last week, and Liam Ervig, a former championship points leader. Another rookie in Charlie Buxton will be on 31st place, and alongside him will be another veteran in Christian Martin. Austin Plant and Nova Cars will be on row 17. Row 18 will be Alex Rowe and Brian Tedisco, Anthony McCrory and Joshua Collard, Danny Wells and Trent Dunham. Again, two experienced drivers. And then on the final row, Jessica Shelton and Dylan Poteet, 41st and 42nd. But again, no cause for concern for both the likes of Wells down to Poteet. They can qualify down there and can still win the race. We've seen that happen a couple of times before. So no cause for concern for the drivers then starting at the back of the pack. So that is the end of qualifying here tonight. Congratulations then to the championship leader, Wes McCall. Can he extend his points lead back after a disaster last week at Minnesota? No driver has won from the pole this season. Can Wes do it tomorrow? Or can anyone maybe at the back of the pack, like Danny Wells down to Dylan Poteet, get into victory lane tomorrow? It's a high chance that they could, but the only time you have to see it is by watching it tomorrow. So until then, see ya.